American dream. No money, no class, look at them. No money, now I'm in the Benz truck with a new honey. They said I wouldn't make.
Thank you, Coach. From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. The excitement brewing here in South Florida as a moment ago. The Dolphins starters were introduced to this home crowd. They're fired up as well as they get set to match up with the Oakland Raiders. It's an Indian summer afternoon. Perfect conditions for football, and off we go on EA Sports. Here comes Ryan Switzer to return it. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. On the carry, here's Marshawn Lynch. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
No surprise watching Marshawn Lynch scatter bodies as he runs, but I remember doing games of his at Cal, and I remember the moves, the jump cuts, the elusiveness, as well as the strength.
All right, good snap, fellas.
On play action, it's Carr. Sliding out of the pocket. And complete right side to Cook. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. A little risky there when you roll out of that pocket right like he did. You complete the pass, but you don't get anything out of it.
But how many times have we seen when a quarterback exits out of the pocket, doesn't matter whether they go left or right, the defense loses its leverage, right? There's a little chaos back there. And receivers come open. Great discipline on that play. They didn't let that happen and held it to no gain.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Tannehill and the Dolphins break the huddle. Come up 1st and 10 at the 20. Now a 1st down throw, Tannehill. And his first pass is incomplete. Devontae Parker was the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. A first carry for Kenyon Drake. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 34 yards there and a 1st down.
Dance class, anyone? Did you see the steps between the quarterback and the running back on that counter play?
That's what you need for a good counter.
You have to have it because you're setting up your blocking. There's a timing element as well, but they have to marry up their steps. Otherwise, that timing gets thrown out the window.
Timing was great there and a big run. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 46. Now a first carry for their fullback. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
second down. It's Drake. There he goes inside the 30. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Kenyon Drake, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead. And they drew up the counter there. It worked. They're glad they drew up the counter.
And a lot of times what you're trying to do is just simply get the defense moving in one direction. It doesn't take much. Even one step's enough. Get them going in one direction and then cut back against the grain and let your running back finish it off and get the work done.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Switzer now to return. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
They start the drive with Lynch. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Cameron Wake in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. That's something this coaching staff told us they want to see a lot more of this season.
I imagine the entire time in the offseason when these guys were taking breaks from watching film, when they were out running and doing all the other things, all they were thinking about is how do we create more sacks? They loved what they just saw there.
Because they were near the bottom of the league in 2017. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. On play action, now Carr. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
First quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Hustle, we're walking. We're all walking.
A pitch out to Drake. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Well, they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. Moving left side, and he's got a man. That's Mack. A big 30-yard play on 3rd.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
On first down, Drake. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
And there's the first tackle of the game for Carl Joseph. He's one of those safeties that you can utilize in any way you want. But I will have to say, I think the number one thing he does best is tackle.
Quick. Hey, 20. Hey, 20. Target. Play.
To throw on 2nd down is Tannehill. This is caught. Tannehill finding Stills, and it's a Dolphin first down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
Circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. That's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Let's go. Get set.
They'll come out in the pistol. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Got to give a lot of credit to the defensive front there. They held their ground, pretty much stoned them on that play, and ended up creating a lost yardage play.
Yeah, drop him from the 1 back to the 2. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. This Raider defense not giving in. They'll try to hold once more on 3rd and goal. Oh, how about this ball down near the goal line? And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. Tannehill keeps on the sneak. Try to wedge his way in there. No signal. I don't think he got there. He didn't. Justin Ellis in on the stop. So the D-line got the push there against the O-line to stop that quarterback sneak.
A really high percentage call on offense. I think it's the right call. But as you noted, if they didn't get the push, you can't get in there. There's no place for him to go. And that's why the whole play got stuffed.
Fighting to get back to the goal line. I don't think he got there. He did not get back there. It's a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender.
Oh.
To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Let's go. Hurry.
They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Now Tannehill is going to turn here and take a timeout. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back.
Let's go. 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 Zero, zero, zero. Tiger, tiger, tiger. Play, play. Go. Zero, zero, zero. Zero, zero.
Tannehill on third down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Drake. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. A first half update now from Philadelphia. It's the Colts in that one that have grabbed the early lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Tannehill hands to Drake. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Hey, 20, 20, 20, 20. Zero, zero. 80. Zero, zero. Let's go, hustle.
Tannehill now to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashawn Melvin. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open?
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Cameron Wake in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. A sizable gain there of 9 yards, but it's still 3rd and long.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
They'll start the drive with Drake. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Carl Joseph up from his safety spot to make the play.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Go,
Play action. It's Tannehill. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Khalil Mack able to get him down for a loss of 11 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Matt Hawk now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Flush to his right. Looks for Nelson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Sanders on for the extra point. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Raiders. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. They'll start on the ground with Lynch. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Carr can beat you in a lot of ways. The scramble there, a perfect example as he gets the first. First down, the run with Lynch. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Play action. Now it's Carr. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Charles Harris in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Throwing on 3rd and long. Carr. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly 3rd and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
A minute 52 left to play in this second quarter. We'll come back to Miami after this. On first down, it's Tannehill. And Stills bringing it in. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. Tannehill on first down. He'll set up the screen to Drake. No gain on the screen there. It's second down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass. And sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they're able to get to him on it.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Here's Tannehill now on second down. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. So after the sack of Tannehill, the Dolphins come up here on a 3rd and long.
Go. 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 Target. Check back 27. Hip.
Here's Tannehill. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
A gain of 3, second down. The Raiders try to move quickly, try to get everybody back to the line. Now Carr throwing on second down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. The rookie Minkah Fitzpatrick with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The interception. Here's Tannehill. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. The kick by Sanders is good. So the 2 teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. Tannehill and the Dolphins break the huddle. Come up 1st and 10 at their own 21. Drake will start the drive on the ground. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Hurry, hurry, hurry. Hey. 4 down. Check. Switch.
Right back to Drake. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. 3rd and long. It's Tannehill. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
Throwing now is Carr. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Derek Rivers coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Carr. He'll rifle this one deep, and that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 32 that time.
White Monday down. Hey, 7:34.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And that'll be incomplete. Coverage that time by Bobby McCain.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings them up 2nd and 10.
Here we go. 694.
Carr again here on 2nd and 10. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Amari Cooper, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Raiders get a score closer. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard and you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
This fielded at the 2. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Tannehill and the Dolphins break the huddle. Come up 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Drake off the give from Tannehill. He takes us from the 30 to the 34.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Let's go. Let's go. Hip, hip, hip. Hip, hip, hip. Check. 4 down, 4 down. Here you go, Tiger, Tiger, Tiger.
Now it's Tannehill off the bootleg. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Let's go.
Draw play. Tannehill gives to Drake. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The All-Pro in 2 positions. Khalil Mack there to make the stop. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends. They're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
He's going to air one out. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Zero, zero, zero. Go. Hey, 20, 20, 20, 20.
Off play action, Tannehill. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Khalil Mack in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Here's Matt Hawk now. He's been terrific so far. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball that cut down that lead. Now the defense has done their part, got them the football back.
Momentum started to shift a little bit when they scored the touchdown. It increased when the defense got them the ball back. Momentum definitely in their favor. Now they got to keep things cranking, keep it on high so they can keep cutting into that lead.
And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
throw on second down. Eluding the pressure right. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Trying to get it there to Martavis Bryant. Third down here.
When everything is in sync on defense, that means everyone's communicating really well, and sometimes it's nonverbal. They just know that when a receiver's in one spot, this person may have him, and he's in another spot, the next defender may have him. And they've squeezed the passing lanes down to where it's so difficult to find an open area to deliver the football. They've made it tough on them all game long.
The Raiders on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Throwing his car on third down. Escaping the pressure right. And he's caught on his sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th. And now the third down throw incomplete as well. Taken in at the 22. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15, and it'll be Dolphin football. Elsewhere, a third-quarter score from NRG Stadium in Houston. And the Texans, they have scored again and moved in front by a couple of touchdowns. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. He'll get this down to about the 39. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Throwing on third down, Tannehill. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Derek Johnson. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Get set. 694. Express.
Carr now on first down. Completes it right side to Cooper. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A very solid gain of 27. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Lynch, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Marshawn Lynch, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. Extra point up and through. And that will shave one more off this lead. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. So now here come the Dolphins. Tannehill and the Dolphins break the huddle. Come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And it'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Back now in Miami. It's Dolphin football. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4. To throw on 2nd down is Tannehill. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Hey, 20.
Here's Tannehill. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. Give him 30 yards there. Tannehill now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
30.
On the give, this is Drake. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. Well, he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th. A 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
That'll go in the books as just a 16-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 18.
Get set.
They go play action here on 1st down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Raekwon McMillan coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
6-18.
On 2nd down, here's Carr. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Derek Rivers in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. This is taken at the 18. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. They'll run the break, and he'll get this only up to about the 35. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. My music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Now, that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge 4th quarter stop? Going deep here for Still. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They knew they had the free play after the penalty. They get great yardage, so they can decline that penalty.
And one of the things we've seen develop more and more in recent years are teams seeing that penalty occur and still taking the big shot downfield and hoping to gain the yardage as we just saw there. They practice it, they work on it, and this time they're successful.
So forget the 3 and out. The penalty makes this 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Tannehill. Oh, no, he lost the football. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field. And they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. Flush to his right. And he's got some space here. He finds an opening past the 40. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. Give him a 1st down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the 1st, and stop the clock as well.
And in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movements. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner, level in everything he does, and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
On first down, Carr. Throw left side, taken in by Washington. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll be marked down deep into Miami territory. And that one results in 35 yards. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. Throwing on first down is Carr. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Derek Rivers in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
He'll look to throw. And he's got it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Really nice gain on the completion. However, still third and goal that they face now. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, first and goal. Actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Back at the 2 now. Here's second and goal. They come out here in the eye.
Raider 2. You got 56 there.
He's going to get it running right. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's third and goal. One receiver to the left is Cooper. He's back to throw. Steps away to his left. A bullet throw, but incomplete. So this defense, they looked a little shaky to start the drive, but bottom line, they're a play away from finishing it off.
They rocked them a little bit on this drive, didn't they? But as you and I both know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. They have a chance to end it right here.
Now Carr, got to have this one. Flushed out right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Martavis Bryant, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. And now the Raiders will face an important two-point conversion attempt here. Now Carr. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, that decision to me was all about pulling up the chart. You know, that beautiful chart that tells you when to go for two, when to go for one. I do love it. It helps you with your decision-making during heated times. And just look at it right here in this point of the game. Go for two. Try and make it a field goal difference.
But now just up one makes the rest of this fourth quarter a little more interesting.
Yeah, they followed the chart. They just didn't get the 2 points on the board, did they?
Nope. And out come the Dolphins now. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Back to throw. And now he'll tuck it and run. Tannehill able to take off and pick up the first as well. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. And there's the spike. It stops the clock at 22 seconds remaining.
There you go. Tag. Zero.
They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Khalil Mack in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
He's going to let it fly. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, they got the tip they were looking for but couldn't secure it, and this one's over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Raiders, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll return home next week to take on the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for Miami, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.